Hello, my loves, and welcome back. So, time to get a bit personal in this video. I don't like doing these ones, but I know it's really important to share with the community how I got to where I've got to with my boys. And I also know from the Soul-Led Guardian program that the more transparent and open I am, the more it inspires other people. In our private community, I share with them my truths, my experience, and they continuously tell me how it inspires them to take action, to look at themselves, their life, their cat. So I'm hoping it'll do the same for you today. So I wanted to share with you how my past has harmed my cats, because I think it's time for us as guardians to take responsibility and accountability for our mental health and our emotional health, because that directly impacts our cats. Like, trust me, I have seen the proof and evidence time and time and time and time again. I didn't recognize it so much with Pickle, my previous cat, but with Leo and baby Max, oh my goodness. Like, I can't run from it. I can't hide from it. So I thought I'd speak up in this video and share with you a bit about my marriage, about my divorce, about my personal life. Although I'm an incredibly private person, so this feels like a real stretch for me, but I do believe it is important to speak up. So here goes. So my ex-husband had mental health challenges, and we were dealing with unhealthy behaviors, and they would like circle back. There was a cycle to his mental health, and as much as I tried with every fiber of my being to help him see it, he didn't want to, he couldn't, he wasn't able to. I'm not quite sure. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But he didn't believe he had a problem. And there's a lesson I think we all know, that you can't change someone unless they want to change. Now, I didn't want to change him to make him a different man. I wanted to get him help so that he could be the best version of himself, which I guess you could argue is trying to make him a different man. But I wasn't trying to change him for me. I was trying to change him so that he could be the best version of himself. Anyway, let's not get lost in the semantics. So I would recognize when things were kind of on the downward spiral, let's say. And what happened is it led to me being hypervigilant. So I've just talked in the last video about hypervigilance in cats when they're dealing with anxiety. And that's what I had. And this is the primary way that my relationship with him and my past has impacted Leo and baby Max, my two boys, because I have dealt with anxiety. I didn't realize this, but for many years. But what happened in the last season of my life with my ex-husband is my anxiety got to this point of severe. And I've shared with you before, I cancelled attending events. My mum's 60th birthday, my friend at the time, who's no longer my friend now, but her baby shower, her birthday party, because I didn't have mental capacity to do it, didn't have emotional capacity. Therefore, I had no physical capacity to do it. My anxiety has been crippling at times, and the boys have helped me to face the world, to get out of bed, to feed myself, to feed them, to try to show up in the business in some way. It's been a tough couple of years, I'll be honest. But what I recognize more than anything is that when my anxiety takes hold, it doesn't just take hold of me, it takes hold of our entire home. And one of the regrets that I have, I don't really have many in my life, because what's the point? They don't get you anywhere. One of the regrets I have is that I lost myself in my marriage. I got so lost because my ex-husband's needs were put above my own. My choice. I turned into a parent. He turned into a child. We had that parent and child dynamic rather than adult to adult dynamic. If you're not familiar with that, search it up, as my niece would say. And I was checking that everything was okay to prevent myself from being hurt with previous behavior patterns that we'd experienced in the relationship. And, it would be down to the point where he would get ready for work and I'd be like, have you brushed your teeth? Like, what wife says that to a husband, So my nervous system and my anxiety basically took over. And it's not really been until the last 6 months. So our divorce was finalized 6 months ago by the time of this recording. And in the last 6 months, I have made some significant changes in my life that have led me to realize just how impacted the boys have been. And by that, I mean, I have really faced into my anxiety. I've looked at what causes it. I've looked at what contributes to it. I've looked at what it limits in me. I've looked at where it comes from. I've looked at it so much. And I'm not saying that you need to do this to deal with your anxiety. This is just what worked for me. But I have stopped drinking coffee. I've stopped drinking alcohol. I'm working on reducing my amount of sugar, because all of those things impact my nervous system. And it was really interesting because when I wasn't focused on my ex-husband, his behavior, his mental health, his emotional health, his physical state, like everything, I was able to look at me and focus on me. And I never quite realized how lost I got in our marriage. And I'm thankful that I was brave enough to take that step for us to end things and for me to find myself again. Because now I've been able to notice that when I've had a cup of coffee, I actually get really small heart palpitations. So that can't be good for my body. And I don't want to feel that. And if I'm anxious about a client or a call or whatever it may be, that's not helping. Like, I'm not helping myself. So I've made some dietary changes. I've also recently completely fell in love with tapping. I tried it a while ago and it really didn't resonate for me. So it's true what they say, different strokes for different folks. Like, that's why I think, people say that the life coach arena is really like oversaturated, but you're not going to resonate with everybody. Like, a lot of people might not like my content, and I'm hopeful that there's a lot of people that will like my content. Some people won't like my accent, etc. So I found this guy who I will drop a link below, actually, called Brad Yates. Love his work. And one of the beautiful things that I found on his channel is a video called oh damn it, what's the name? I can't think what the name is. Something about having more joyful thoughts. I'll pop the link. And I've been doing this in the mornings, and I have to tell you, it's made a huge difference. So recently, I had a vet visit with Leo. The night before, as I would always, I told him what was happening. But this time, I said to him, we're going to have no traffic on the drive there. We're going to get there a few minutes early. We're going to have some time in the car to settle. We're going to go into the vet's. Didn't think about the waiting room. Must do that next time because there was a really barky dog. The vet's going to be really good. We're going to go home. We're going to get the medication. You're going to be fine. And that's exactly what happened. Like, it was amazing. First time ever, he came home from the vets. He rubbed against my leg. He gave me head boops and he ate before he went outside. That's never, ever happened before. And as we know, everything is made of energy. And like, where your attention goes, energy flows, right? So I've worked on reducing my nervous system. I've also I did a somatic exercise program back in the summer after the divorce was finalized. All of this to help my nervous system. So in the Become a Solid Cat Guardian program, we talk about our heads and our hearts. And the idea of the program is that we get you out of your anxious leading head and into your soul-led heart. But there's a piece in there which I've never really fully embraced until recently, which is the physical body and the nervous system in the body. And I didn't realize how much mine was on overdrive. And I ask you this question, like, come into the comments and let me know, do you even notice your nervous system? Do you notice how certain foods will maybe make your heart race or make your tummy and your digestion go really quickly? How does alcohol impact you? Like, are you using alcohol to numb? I've done that in the past. Are you using it because feeling emotions is a bit too much? I've done that in the past. And then I realized that I wanted to do better for me because I wanted to do better for my boys. And when I created the Become a Solid Cat Guardian program, it was in the midst of our separation. And I've put into it every single lesson of things that I've done, the tools that I've created to help me through the divorce, the mindset shifts that I've made to help me to step away and face my anxiety and to lead from my heart space and be a soul-led guardian. I have to say, it's a truly magnificent program, and I would love to see you in there. So I'll pop a link below and you can see all the details. But I wanted to share that our energy, our emotional and mental health deeply impacts our cats. Like, they can feel our energy. Even if you try to hide your emotions, it doesn't work. Trust me, I've tried. I tried not to face my emotions, and then all of a sudden, Max will go off his food, and Max loves his food. So for Max to be off his food, I'm like, damn it, something's wrong. And it's not him, it's me. There are times when I will numb, like watching Netflix now, because I don't use alcohol anymore, or carby food. And Leo will go up to his plate, have a sniff and walk away. And I'm like, oh no, here we go. Like, he's dealing with anxiety and it's not his, of course it's mine. So I wanted to share with you that we all have a past. We all have a history. We all have had trauma of some degree. And the choice you get now is whether you deal with it, whether you face it, whether you heal it. I haven't always done that. In the last 12 months, and I've really taken steps to do it, it has transformed my relationship with my boys. Like, I was doing my morning meditation the other day, and Leo came and sat on my lap halfway through and started purring like a motor. I mean, like, what the hell? It was even so beautiful that baby Max then came and sat next to us. And I've got a picture of the three of us, the second ever picture of the three of us sat together. It was absolutely divine. So I used to have my priority list as my husband, my ex-husband, my boys, and myself. Because if he was okay, then we were okay. And now it's me and then my boys. And I know you may not agree with that, but you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't help other people if you don't have your own oxygen mask on. So, my love, I hope this video helps you to realize that you are worthy of putting yourself first, of nurturing and honoring yourself. Because I wish I'd realized that about myself a long, long time ago. I'm grateful for all of the lessons that my ex-husband and our relationship has taught me, some of which I know for certain I will not need to be taught again because I've absolutely nailed them. I'm grateful for our soul contracts and why we came together to help our souls grow, and evolve. And I'm thankful for the experiences that we had, the highs and the lows, because there's lessons in all of it. But I'm going to make a conscious effort from now on as I move forward to manage and nurture myself so that I can be the best cat mum that I can for my boys. Because the more happy, healthy, and grounded I am, the happier Leo and baby Max are. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been very uncomfortable for me. You haven't seen it, but my hands have been doing this down below the video, the screen, all the time. Thank you for being part of the Naturally Cats community. It does really mean the world to me to hear from you, to connect with you. So please pop into the comments below and let me know if you've got any takeaways. If this video has inspired you in any way, I would love to hear from you. And I really appreciate you watching it. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.